In this video, I'm going to show you how to remove and reinstall the clutch brake motor in your machine. So first we're going to remove the side covers on the filling head, and it's just as simple as taking off the 6 bolts on the side cover. Then you're going to remove the top cover on the head, and you're going to just take off the 2 bolts on the top of the cover. Before removing the clutch brake, you need to remove the auger shaft. And then we're going to remove the V-belt from the pulley system. Remove the pulley by loosening the 2 Allen bolts on the bottom side of the pulley. And then we're going to use 2 prying irons to take off the pulley. You can use a screwdriver to do the same thing if there's no rust or buildup of product, but it is going to be a lot easier to just use prying irons. Remove the 4 bolts on the outside diameter of the clutch brake. Remove the 4 clutch brake wires connected to the terminal strip, and make sure to note which wires are connected to which section of the terminal strip. This will just make it easier whenever we're putting it back together. Remove the 2 bolts holding the encoder bracket in place. Remove the bolts, the bracket, the spacers, and the encoder, but while you do this, the encoder can stay on the bracket the entire time. And then we're just going to remove the clutch brake motor by simply lifting it up and out of the head. Remove the mounting plate from the top of the clutch brake by loosening the 4 bolts, and then put the mounting plate onto the new clutch brake and tighten the 4 inside bolts. To reinstall the motor, simply slide the clutch brake back into place. Make sure that the clutch brake shaft fits smoothly into the slow speed bearing housing, and then slide the clutch brake down to where it just fits snug onto the top of the head. And then once we do that, we're going to screw the outside 4 bolts back into place. Screw the 2 bolts connected to the bracket into place at the bottom of the clutch brake. Make sure that the encoder gears align and are snug. Do not have the gears meshed too tightly. Screw the 4 wires back into place on the terminal strip. These wires are labeled clutch or brake, and there are also labels that are numbered on the terminal strip. So the red brake and the black clutch wire usually go to 6, the black brake wire usually goes to 8, and then the red clutch goes to 9. So sometimes these numbers on the terminal strip can be rearranged or removed, so it's easier to just note which wire goes where before unscrewing them from the terminal strip. But if you're unsure which wire goes where, just contact us at imagefillers.com. Slide the pulley back into place by hand. And then we're going to tighten the 2 Allen bolts on the underside of the pulley. Put the V-belt back on. And then we're going to reinstall the top cover by installing the 2 top bolts. And then we're going to reinstall the side covers as well by reinstalling the 6 bolts on the side of the head.